First of all, congratulations, class of 2018. We made it. And in the process of making it, I've learned a few things that I hope we can all take with us after we graduate.
There's one thing I know now that I didn't know before. I'd rather be 17 right now, like be an adult.
Honestly, I wish time wouldn't have gone so fast.
I learned that sometimes friends drift apart, whether by circumstance or choice.
You taught me what love was and also how desperate I could be for a chance to be loved.
I learned a lot about life and people and how to deal with things that don't always go the way you feel they should.
My entire life, I thought I was going to go to River Hill, and that's where all my friends went.
For 3 years, I felt like I was constantly switching back and forth between multiple groups of people, unsure of where I belonged.
I was bullied in middle school. I thought the life at a school with the same kids would break me down.
I applied to 9 schools and got rejected to 7, only getting into my safety schools.
But life really does find a way to work itself out, because the last 4 years of my life have been filled with so many memories and so many people that I never thought I would ever meet in my life.
Because I challenged myself to stay committed to what I want to do, regardless of what other people say, I can now say that I'm happier than ever.
I took a moment to visualize myself being the person I always wanted to be, at a school where I had to fight my way to success. Yes, I chose Glenelg. Here I am, so outspoken, persistent, and dream-strucken.
What I learned from this experience was how to face rejection, how to build myself back up, and build my confidence.
I've grown, I've learned so much about myself and others, but most importantly, I've made bonds with people that I'll never forget.
The moral of the story is that it's far more important to focus on life lessons that you learn from your experiences than the curriculum itself.
High school isn't all about the points in your GPA or how many APs you take.
I couldn't tell you every historical event that took place since the mid-1800s or how to find the standard deviation of a fucking square, but I can tell you about the guy I sat next to in my sophomore year of government class and how he wanted to be a professional skateboarder.
You might be surprised with who you get along with. To me, that was Bella Marcelino, that loud, long-haired, lovable girl from math class.
I don't always say it. I don't always express it, but I can't even begin to describe how much all my friends mean to me and how much I love them.
They are the reason I've gotten to do so many things in high school. The reason I found my passions. The reason I found success.
And I could name a million of the people that since my first year here have just shown me complete and utter kindness.
Whenever I think about them, it makes my heart so happy that I was able to know them for 4 years of my life.
They have helped to defend me and become my #1 supporters. They have been my security blanket, and through doing so, they have made me stronger. Even though I do sometimes want to chip their teeth with a garden hose.
No one can really tell you what high school is like because for everyone it's rather different. For me, it's been the best 4 years of my life.
As soon as I walked into Glenelg High School, I hated everything about it.
I spent the first years of high school hating myself and my environment, waiting for the day that I could leave this place and who I was in it.
I learned to love this place and its many, many flaws.
And then I will miss the little things like the wonderful speeches from Larry Cohen.
Or the long, drawn-out, heart-to-heart conversations I've had over campfires or on car rides.
Chinese food binges and dumpster diving at Ulta.
But in a blink, they're all gone. All the firsts turn into lasts, and then we'll be surrounded with the people we love walking across the stage, entering into our next journey.
When I think back on high school, it was never the shitty classes or the shitty people I think of, but it was the experiences and the changes I've gotten to go through with some of the best people of my life.
Everything's about to be different. Everything's about to change.
These are our last few weeks to do everything and forget nothing.
We're leaving everything we know and love behind and starting a new journey with new firsts. The days you took for granted are now coming to an end, and it's also bittersweet.
We've been by each other's side for over 10 years, and now our friends that we've become so close to will be moving all over the world.
This seminal time in our lives, we reflect on what we've done in the past and dream about what we will do in the future.
As much as I'm happy that my friends are moving on to better things in college, I'm not ready for them to go.
And while I'm excited to leave and go to college, it's weird that there's only a few weeks left.
I hope that we all measure the passing of time by the friendships that we made and the times that we shared together, rather than by the number of minutes left in each of our classes.
A lot of people are going to focus on the negatives and tell you how much high school sucked.
As bad as Glenelg can be, it can also be so amazing.
So although I sometimes hate you, Glenelg High School, thank you for all the stupid stuff you put me through.
Thank you to everyone who's impacted my life here, teachers, peers, counselors.
Thank you, Glenelg, for the shitty homecoming.
I really thank Glenelg for being moldy and disgusting and gross.
Thank you, Glenelg, for giving me my best friends.
Thanks for not breaking me, but for making me into a stronger person.
I don't thank Glenelg for what they've taught me, but for what I've learned about myself. and the people I have gone through this kind of rough 3 years with.
It's been nice to meet new people and have new experiences.
I want to be able to look back when I'm 80 years old and say that I had a hell of a ride.
All of us will be successful in what we choose to do with our lives, and it brings me joy that I've had the opportunity to be surrounded by funny, smart, driven, and caring people.
And to the classmates that do become famous and successful, the rest of us can sit around and talk about how they used to sit behind us in stats class.
I'm happy to say that I love every single one of you guys.
This is the beginning of a new chapter of our lives. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know how it'll turn out. I know that we should remember our values and remember where we came from and remember that we will always be glad